don't want to believe it. It's so horrible.
Oh my God! Who would do such a horrible thing?
There are no pronounced external injuries. Even so, their vitality has been sucked up. This attack seems to be very similar to the student from before.
Oh, wait, not again. Did Instructor Kufa do it?
Well, Melita, let's see what your private tutor has to say about this.
The thing is, I haven't been able to find him. Not since I woke up.
There's no doubt in my mind that young man is a key person of interest in relation to this terrible incident. I want everyone here to track him down and bring him back so he can stand before me!
If that's what you ask of us, Brosum, yeah, that's right!
No, don't!
Lita, listen to me. There's something I want to tell you about.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now.
Lita.
シャッターライトそうじゃないと真っ暗なナイトデイもっともっとシャッターライト力になりたいシェアする隣にいて誇れるもの何かを見つけられるかな先を進むあなたの影憧れるくらい眩しい扉が開き差し込んだ逆光見失いそうなシルエットシャッターライト行かないでそっと手を伸ばすブレイクする夢だった共有したい気持ちをシャッターライトそうじゃないと真っ暗なナイトデイもっともっとシャッターライト認めて私あんことを
Why would Instructor Kufa do that?
Did he really?
Attention, everyone. I know what you all saw was heartbreaking, but try not to let this get you down too much. Let's press on and continue our studies and training here.
Can't say I'm impressed. To think a top student like yourself is escaping. I bet you thought, if no one will believe him, then I need to take my instructor's side and stand by him. Now, does that sound about right? I don't know. I was just... Pretty foolish, aren't you? I'm seeing you in a new light. Maybe you've got everything right. Seems more worthwhile than investigating boring historic ruins. In the first place, have you started to get an idea of what it is we should be investigating?
I'm not sure. But I can't just stand around and do nothing about it.
How about the mystery spots? Kufa talked about them. He said in recent years there's been an unnatural surge in the number of mystery spots in town.
Instructor said that?
He asked a favor of me. He said, if anything should happen to me, I'd like you to watch over Lady Melita in my absence. I can't believe he goes and asks me of all people.
My instructor asked you such a thing?
We're gonna go around town and ask questions, but I stand out too much. Being an instructor at my age.
I see. That's why you're disguising yourself as a student?
What do you think? Does it suit me well?
Oh dear, you're still inside the hotel at this hour? Shouldn't you be attending to your studies?
My sister left something behind in the room. She was being a baby, saying I can't go unless you're with me, which is why we're here right now.
I just love my kind-hearted big sister.
Oh, goodness gracious, you two are close. Here's some chocolate for you.
All right! Listen, Angel, I'll get even with you for what happened back there. In any case, let's gather some info. Okay, I'll give it a chance. Wait just a second, Angel! Excuse me, ladies!
Oh, if it isn't a cute little schoolgirl, how can I help?
Actually, there's something I would like to ask people from this town about.
What is it?
You see, I'm looking into knowing more about this town's many mystery spots. They scolded me quite harshly from what they said. Don't go anywhere near them. I did get a piece of candy from them, though.
I award you 0 points. Let me show you how this is done.
Big sis, buy me some flowers. Huh? Sure.
Doesn't it have an unusual scent and shape?
Big sister, do you know what this flower is called? Well,
You see, it's a selectively bred variety that might as well be called a Shengarta brand, young ladies.
That's truly amazing!
Being able to enjoy colorful flowers in arid land like this is one of the many things that's all thanks to Brosum.
Thank you, ma'am. As a matter of fact, we're doing some research while we're around.
Oh, about what?
About all the wonderful achievements here, thanks to Marquis Brosum Prickett.
Well, that sounds just wonderful, doesn't it?
Yes! Speaking of the Marquis' achievements, there's development of new crop varieties. And also, if I heard right...
Identification of mystery spots, thanks to which there are far fewer people getting injured these days.
What do you mean a mystery spot, ma'am? I've heard they're dangerous places for us to go to. Well done indeed, instructor. What can I say? Although I've resigned myself to this temporary position, the true me is pretty great. Understand what I mean? Extracting intel during conversation is not all I can do. All the mystery spots that old lady mentioned to us were the Whirlpool Forest, the Zero Gravity Cave, and the most suspicious of all was the Crooked House. That must be it. Brosum Prickett was especially strict about forbidding anyone from entering this area. But there's nothing in this place. It's just as I thought. This place isn't a mystery spot at all. This log cabin didn't decide to become crooked over its lifetime. It was built exactly this way from the very beginning. What? But why do that? By hiding something within another product of nature, the aim was to make sure that people kept their distance. There it is. Hey, Angel. There's no telling what might happen down there. Stay close by at all times. I bet this is meant to prevent intruders. If this were just a cellar, there would be no need to construct it so deep. Not putting lamps on the stairway is also absurd. By instilling a sense of fear and anxiety, the aim is to deter people from heading further inside this place. To put it the other way around, it speaks to the fact that venturing inside is unadvisable. We're here. A dungeon? Instructor, who are these people? Judging from their clothing, they're likely residents of Shengarta. Moreover, those aren't regular old corpses. Loup-garou. As you should know, humans affected by the night gene factor who weren't able to fully transform would be lycanthropes. I would say that those particular corpses are failed loup-garou. Just look at that man's arm. That's the man
illness, my ass. The thing raging around this town is not some kind of rare disease. All the residents here are being used for some sort of experimentation. The Marquis is starting to look pretty suspicious to me.
You mean Marquis Brosum?
The specimens he professed as diseased were likely carried here to be hidden from view and then used in his experiments. I suppose that's why he deliberately increased the number of mystery spots.
How half-hearted. It's not enough. Show me some blood. Kill them. Go on and kill them.
Hey, Angel, are you listening?
It's that voice! Oh no! Something is about to start!
Hey, Angel!
Why do I know where the next incident is going to take place?
They say someone's been attacked again. This time it was a school kid. He's dead.
You scared me there, Director.
Lady Melida, where have you been till now?
Why? Why did this happen?
Ellie! Hang in there for me, Ellie! She's still breathing. What a great relief. But Ellie isn't wounded. So where's the blood coming from?
Rosetti, why did you have to die? Why was it that you had to be murdered? This should not have happened. You deserve so much better!
Instructor Rossetti has been killed? What's going on here?
We rushed directly over here after being notified, but arrived to the same scene that you did. Lady Melida, you didn't take part in the training session either, correct?
That's correct.
It would seem Elise noticed your absence, became concerned, and then headed back here.
Ellie did that?
It's probable that Instructor Rossetti then accompanied her. So long as she chaperoned, I gave my tacit approval, but it turned out to be most careless of me. There are signs that Instructor Rossetti put up a fight. Assuming she was overpowered and wrestled to the floor, the culprit is not an average one.
Must be that man!
Huh?
I bet he's a soldier! Hail the townsfolk for me! It's that man in military uniform and black hair! He's the guy who must have killed Rossetti! I want you to drag him before me as soon as possible!
Marquis Brosum!
I feel that my daughter's soul is still here with us. I'll attempt to bring her back.
Marquis, is it right to handle the lady so roughly?
What the hell would some school kid know? I'm a man who has been called a sage before. I shall overcome even the state between life and death.
Soundly defeating a paladin and the career marquis at the same time, huh? There aren't too many people around here that are able to pull that task off.
Please excuse me, Instructor Lacroix. But if you don't mind, could you give me a little time alone with my cousin Ellie?
Well, in any case, we won't be able to leave this town. Not until the lightning outside decides to subside. There can be no more jumping the gun and acting rashly.
I'm sorry, Ellie. If I hadn't gone off on my own like that, you never would have gone and gotten yourself wrapped up in that dreadful incident.
Lita, listen to me. There's something I want to tell you about.
Ellie, back then, what was it that you wanted to tell me? Right now, I'm weak, so lend me all your strength.
Get that student!
Shenpa? Did something just happen? This time Marquis Brosum was attacked.
The culprit wounded the Marquis. Then they stole and made off with Rosetti's corpse. At the scene, there were some flames of blue mana left behind. Our director is no longer capable of being able to stand up for your instructor.
She's in there! That blonde student! Open up!
Come on, child! What's going on? The townspeople now know. They've all become aware of your connection to Instructor Kufa. They are saying that if they take you, they will be able to lure out the culprit.
Let's break down the door!
You need to make a run for it, Melita! Go on, now! Okay?
Sorry, Shenpa, Ellie, Director, Instructor Laqua, Instructor Koopa. I'm going to get to the bottom of this, for the sake of Ellie and Instructor Rosetti. And, above all, in order to save Instructor Koopa! I can hear it. The sound of water.
Wandering off? Have you grown too tired of the lecture?
Instructor.
You two! You must stay away from there!
Why?
This area is a mystery spot. Conventional wisdom does not apply.
I now know based on my investigation with Instructor Laqua. Mystery spots include more than just places affected by magnetic fields. Besides, Instructor was keeping me away from this boulder in particular. Mystery spot? I think not. There's definitely some trickery at play here. A spider web? Is that Marquis Brosum's actual signature? And here too. And here. And here. The writing regards research on the night gene factor and its extraction and transplantation. This book explains in depth, from lycanthropes, the basis of the curse.
The night gene factor must first be extracted, then infect humans with it. In theory, it should be possible. However, there can be no expectation that such a dreadful experiment will succeed. In fact, 7 years ago, I failed to control the night gene factor.
I can sense it. Someone new has crept inside my old haunt. I currently lack the sense of sight. Who the hell are you?
I'm a young paladin girl named Melita Angel. Now what about you then? Show yourself and let me see you!
You're a paladin? I see then. You'll make for a very useful specimen in the experiments. A bright idea just occurred to me.
And what's that? Instructor Rosetti? You're still alive!
I want it. I want blood. Give me your blood, little girl.
Her mana is blue?
See this? This is the manner of the guilty culprit.
Lita, someone has been attacked by that blue-flamed criminal.
Instructor Rossetti, were all of these attacks you're doing from the very beginning?
Now drink. This time suck the very life out of your prey. Present me with the sweet smell of blood. His pupil shall be the first sacrifice!
Instructor!
Snap out of it! Focus!
So you've shown yourself, Ice King.
No, Rose, please, no! Stop it! Rose, you're not an inhabitant of darkness. All of your memories spent as a human should act now to constrain yourself. Remember! Remember all the people who love you!
It's futile. There's no defying 7 years worth of thirst. Now all you can do is sit back and watch the sight of that woman falling under my control.
Instructor? What's with your different appearance?